Do you ever feel like time is running out, no matter how productive you try to be? You plan, you set goals, but at the end of the day, it feels like you haven't made any real progress. Here's the truth. Your problem isn't time, it's energy. People often say they don't have time, but what they really lack is the ability to manage their energy efficiently. If your energy is depleted, even if you have hours available, you won't be able to use them efficiently. Now, imagine if you could optimize your energy instead of constantly feeling exhausted or overwhelmed. What if you could increase the impact of your actions, making your efforts more effective? The key to this isn't time management. It's mastering how and where your energy is invested. How many times have you worried about what you shouldn't? In this video, we'll go into detail. Why most people waste their energy without realizing it, how your focus determines whether you feel drained or powerful. A simple but powerful mindset shift that can change the way you experience life. By the end, you'll understand how to stop energy leaks, maximize your potential, and free yourself from unnecessary stress. The illusion of control. What can you really influence? Most people spend too much energy worrying about things they can't change. They stress about external situations, overanalyze the past, and obsess about the future, completely ignoring the fact that none of these things are under their control. Here's a simple exercise to prove it. Write down everything that's been on your mind lately. When you finished, go through the list and separate what you can control from what you can't. I'll also give you a challenge. Without wasting time, write in the comments, "I am the creator of my destiny." It's likely that the list of things you can't control is much longer. And that's where most of your energy is going, to things that don't depend on you. But this is where the issue becomes even deeper. Not only do we waste energy worrying about things that are out of our control, we also blame ourselves for them. We take responsibility for the way others see us, for the way people treat us, for things we could never fix. We repeat the mistakes of the past, hoping to be able to rewrite history. We try to predict every possible outcome, thinking that if we analyze every detail, we'll finally feel safe. But the truth is that you will never have total control over life. You can't stop people from judging you. You can't make everyone like you. You can't predict how everything will unfold. And the more you try, the more anxious, frustrated, and exhausted you become. So what happens when you redirect that energy toward what is actually within your power? You regain control, not by changing everything around you, but by changing how you respond. Instead of fighting what's outside your control, focus on what you do have power over, your choices, your habits, your mindset. That's where real transformation begins. Because at the end of the day, there's only one thing that is truly 100% yours, your attention. And once you learn how to master it, everything else begins to change. There's something most people don't realize. The more you try to force something to change, the stronger it becomes. Think about it when you tell yourself you need to stop procrastinating. What happens? You focus so much on the fact that you procrastinate that you keep reinforcing that pattern. The more energy you direct toward resisting a habit, the more power you give it. It's like trying to untie a knot by pulling harder, it only tightens. And it's not just about habits. This applies to emotions too. The more you try to suppress anxiety, the more anxious you feel. The more you force yourself to be confident, the more insecure you become. The more you try to be happy all the time, the more you notice when you're not. So what's the alternative? Instead of obsessing over stopping a bad habit, shift your attention elsewhere. Don't fight against the old, build something new. For example, instead of saying, "I need to stop wasting time," try saying, "I'm going to dedicate my focus to what actually matters." This small shift in approach changes everything. It's the difference between trying to force your way through a locked door versus realizing there's an open window right next to it. When you stop resisting and redirect your energy, solutions become obvious. This applies to personal growth as well. Many people are stuck in a loop of self-judgment, constantly criticizing themselves for not being disciplined enough or successful enough. But the more you focus on your flaws, the more they define you. Instead of thinking, "I need to stop being lazy," try thinking, "I am becoming someone who takes action." The key is to understand that energy flows where attention goes. The power of letting go. Why surrender leads to freedom? Many people believe that success comes from controlling everything. But here's the irony. The more you try to control every detail, the more stress and resistance you create. Think about nature. Does the river force its way through obstacles? No, it flows around them. Trees don't resist the wind, they bend and adapt. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means working with life instead of against it. It means accepting that you won't always have certainty, and that's okay. But I get it. Letting go is terrifying. We crave control because it makes us feel safe. We think that if we plan everything, analyze every outcome, and prepare for every possibility, we can avoid failure, rejection, or disappointment. But life doesn't work that way. No matter how much you try to control things, uncertainty is always part of the equation. And this is where most people get stuck. They cling so tightly to how they think things should be that they resist the way things actually are. They refuse to accept that some people will leave, that some plans will fail, that some moments won't go as expected. They fight reality, and in doing so, they only make their suffering worse. So here's the real question. What would happen if, instead of clinging to the need for control, you allowed yourself to trust life's natural flow? Letting go isn't weakness. It's the ability to trust yourself enough to know that whatever happens, you will adjust, adapt, and find a way forward. It's realizing that peace doesn't come from having control. It comes from knowing that you don't need to control everything to be okay. When you finally stop resisting what is, you make space for what could be. You open yourself to new opportunities, new perspectives, and a life that feels lighter, freer, and more aligned with who you truly are. The present moment, where true power lies. If you want to reclaim your energy, there's only one place you need to focus on. Right here, right now. The past, gone. No matter how much you analyze, regret, or wish things had been different, it's unchangeable. The future, unwritten. You can plan and prepare, but no amount of worrying will give you control over what hasn't happened yet. All you truly have is this exact moment. And within this moment, the only thing you can fully control is your attention. Your attention shapes your reality. Attention is your most valuable currency. Where you spend it determines the quality of your life. If you constantly focus on what's missing, what's wrong, or what could go badly, you will always feel drained. But if you redirect that focus to opportunities, growth, and solutions, you will feel empowered instead of exhausted. Every single moment presents both order and chaos, positivity and negativity. It's not about eliminating challenges, because you can't. The real power lies in choosing where to direct your energy. Imagine standing in the middle of a storm. You can either panic, trying to fight the wind, or you can adjust your sails and move with it. The same applies to life. The more you resist reality, the more energy you lose. But when you accept the present as it is and choose your response wisely, you become unshakable. The secret to managing your energy. Managing your energy isn't about avoiding negativity or forcing yourself to be positive all the time. It's about mastering your focus. The key is to train your mind to step back, observe, and consciously decide where to invest your attention. Because at the end of the day, your focus is your power. Mastering your energy, mastering your life. By now, you've learned that most people waste energy on things outside their control. Forcing change often strengthens the problem instead of solving it. So letting go creates space for real progress and mental clarity. Your energy follows your focus. Where you direct it shapes your reality. But knowing this isn't enough, you have to practice it. Start paying attention. Where is your energy going? Are you spending it on worries, distractions, and negativity? Or are you channeling it toward growth, solutions, and inner balance? Imagine waking up every day with the awareness that you have the power to decide where your energy flows. Would you continue feeding stress and frustration? Or would you consciously choose to focus on what truly matters? The key isn't to avoid negativity, but to stop fueling it. The more you focus on problems, the more power they gain over you. Instead, redirect that energy toward learning, improving, and finding purpose. If this video gave you a new perspective, don't keep it to yourself. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this message. And if you want to dive even deeper into mastering your energy and mindset, check out the link below to join our community. See you in the next video. Until then, choose your focus with